And these new Rubicon flares just suck with stuff getting down inside that crack there. This thing is only 3 months old, and it's really hard to keep junk out of there. So I got the solution for it. I'm going to put that in here in a minute. Just going to finish cleaning this out, pull out the blower and dry that out, and then show you what I'm going to do. Showing you the beforehand gaps. The rear gaps are not nearly as bad as the front. That's the kind of leaf I'm talking about. These little live oak tree leaves. Had to flex down on the fender. See, it just wants to friggin' tuck in there. Flex down on the fender to get that son of a bitch out of there. So fresh off the Amazon boat, we got this rubber tubing. It's like a trim tubing. I'll pull it out here in a second. It's really soft and flexible. I'm just going to use a flat pry tool that's clean and should be able to easily get it tucked in down inside the flare, and the scissors from the kitchen to cut the rubber. So it is just, I believe it's 6mm. I'll put it up on the screen what size it is, but it's very flexible, pliable I should say. It's maybe even a little too large for this gap. May not work in the rear gaps very well, but I'm probably just going to mate it right up to this hinge right here, the latch for the hood, and tuck it down in there and see how it works. Alright, so I got it started just to the edge of the seam there, and you really got to push it down a fair way. Don't know how long lasting this will be, but I am sick of cleaning those little live oak leaves and trash out of these flares. I know that other guys have problems with mud and rocks and stuff. I'm sure I will have that problem one day when I get this new Jeep off-road here soon, but in the meantime this should help fill the gap. I'm going to keep going and see. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do here where it meets this cutout, because the gap is not the same, so we'll see. So there's really not enough surface area under the this black cutout part of the flare. I can get it to tuck in just to there and hold, but it doesn't have the same gap all the way under here. So I think I might just stop it back here, because literally the only problem is the top of the flare. Nothing's ever really gotten stuck down here that doesn't just blow out. So might just stop it up here and call that it for the fronts. You can see what I mean about how much area of engagement there is. There's really not much right there where the pipe ends, but that should get it done. Just shows you how the gap is neatly filled, and now those leaves, if they do fall in there, should hopefully blow out. And 45 seconds later, the passenger side is, the driver's side now is done. Did the same thing, just brought it to the edge of the black corner there. So onto the rear. The rear will be a little bit different. I think I can get it in the gap. If not, I'll have to buy a shorter tube. But since the front tires stick out, there's no mud flaps. All the mud and junk is going to go right into these flares, into the gap I should say. So yeah, these are likely to fill up with junk. You can see how tight the gap is. See, this is a 6mm pipe. See, just sitting against it, how tight it is. So I'm going to start it right down here at the lower edge and see if I can get it to tuck in nicely all the way around to the back. Rear is much tighter, so basically you have to grab on the flare out here and push that down to open up the gap a little bit to get the rubber to go in, and then tuck it in. I gotta try and even it up a little bit here in the top. It's really tight up here, but it's looking pretty good. Get it all the way down, leading to the back fender edge there. That'll definitely keep junk out of that gap much better than not having it. And about 3 minutes later, passenger side is done. So basically, yeah, you just got to flex down on the fender flare a little bit, get the pipe in, and then just gently tap it in, get it consistent. It's pretty straightforward, easily reversible. You just pick out one end, peel it right out. So I think that'll work. That'll do it. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped.